Yo, what is happening, people? Welcome back to a brand new episode of In the Stables. It is episode 8. I'm joined with Greeny and Spencer, my two ginger Donnies.
We say in
Yeah, come in pairs.
Yeah, we're
That's
multiplying.
how
Like
we
my
like it.
Did you know that this isn't the episode fun fact, but did you know that gingers are a dying breed, and that's why every year there's a national.
We should go. We
have
should
a,
go
you
to
know,
that. We should
get
go and
into it
visit
with the
that.
ginger day. We should.
We should,
get half the team there.
Yeah, that's we have that big like, rally thing in London, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, redheads. So we should go.
We should, mate. Imagine how much sun cream gets sold at that.
Right. Back on topic. Not that gingers are a bad thing to talk about.
Why are you trying to marginalise us?
I'm not.
How
We've got a few interesting things to talk about today. Obviously our trip to Belgium. I can also say that it was a great weekend with the boys. It was lovely to spend all that time with everyone. You know,
Super Lulu.
Few things happening over in America. We've got the 3-on-3 thing that just happened with ESPN. You know, I'm sure we're going to talk about that. A few players making moves. You know, it's going to be interesting for the next event. Obviously, Greeny's going to have to put some people back in the dirt, but it is what it is. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to these next weeks to come.
Yeah, and Team GB. We'll probably talk a little bit about that too.
Oi. Can't forget about GB now.
Team GB. Just reminds me of when Sam Keats, famous, was it Sam or Colby, famous quote of like, "Oh, do you know what GB stands for? Greater blowjobs." That was it. It's like, nice, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, Dave. Oh, my God. It surprised me, though.
It was before the YouTuber cough as well. No monetization on this video. Oh,
yeah. Gone.
Taking home wax. Oh, no.
They're taking all of our zero.
Yeah.
No.
Half of zero is still zero, guys.
Yeah, Belgium.
Let's start with Belgium.
Honestly, it's been a long time since we've gone to Belgium, and they are, the tournaments and and the kind of travel with the guys is all top tier always. But I honestly think the Belgium trips are some of my favorite parts of like preparing for an event as Lucky 15.
Yeah, agreed.
We haven't really done one since 2022, maybe.
It was when Clint and Jim were on the so I think it was 23. I think it was 23.
I think we went over once in 23.
Once in 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we all get in a big old van and drive from Kent. Everyone sort of meets up in Kent at the farm, and then we drive over to Belgium. It takes about 6-7 hours. The van time is actually, you think it would be awful, but I think it's some of the best.
It's some of the best time.
100%.
This time around, we taught Alex how to play Uno, which was hilarious.
And he got a win as well.
He did not really like the game until he started winning, because the Lucky 15's version of Uno is not for the faint of heart. It's
the most chaotic.
Definitely not.
Yeah, Mason was not happy.
But Mason, we're teams in the field, but when it comes to a game of Uno, mate, everyone's solo playing, mate. Everyone's wanting to throw each other under the bus, mate. I'll tell you that. Plus 25.
Yeah,
that's what Uno was, mate.
Was it was Uno flip?
Yeah,
as well.
Uno
so
so
it gets a bit chaotic when you're flipping cards and there's new cards on the other side with new meanings, and you're making up rules on the fly. The rules are essentially made on how
much does it screw over someone in the moment.
Yeah,
that's the rule.
And it wasn't how much does it screw it over. Okay, let's be nice. It was right. How can we make this as like the worst case scenario for this person?
Yeah.
So that was.
Spencer went from having 2 cards to 27 in one go.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
It's a highlight.
Yeah.
I got screwed on that as well.
And I also got done on the pickup in teal colour.
Oh,
because I got hit with a triple stack of that. So that was all fun.
So we spent a lot of time in the van. Some people work, some people watch shows, but just spending a lot of time as a team, I think, is really good quality. I genuinely think it's some of the best team bonding we have. So Saturday morning, early doors. I
would just like to throw in the fact that Friday though, I had to drive. I had to drive I'm working in London currently, and I live in Sheffield. But hopefully most of our listeners will know just roughly how far that is. But
We'll
as a round trip, roughly, it took me 8.5 hours of driving because I had to go back up the country to come back down the country just to collect the passport.
Yeah, Jim put a message into the chat at what, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening, 4 o'clock?
No, it was like 8:30 a.m. the same day. It was the same day, and I was like, because so it was like 8:30 a.m., maybe 9 a.m., and I was sat there at work thinking, oh, Belgium late, like yay! And then all of a sudden Jim goes, just some housekeeping. Has everyone got everything they need? We're all going to meet at the farm. Make sure you got your passports. And all of a sudden, it all just dawned on me that I'd left my passport about 200 miles back up north. So that was
It was not nice.
That was great. It was my weekend, but
still didn't do the most driving on the team though.
I did not. I did not.
Oh man, big shout out to Kimbo this weekend, man.
Poor Jim drove. What was it? 24 hours in 36 hours, or 2 days. 24 hours in 2 days.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did decide to go to Belgium on the weekend. That all the schools broke up for the holidays, so the ferry. Well, the tunnel was too expensive to start with.
Well, the tunnel was what, 3-4 times the cost?
The tunnel was 850 quid, and the ferry was like 200.
200, yeah.
So, we were like, well, let's get the ferry. The ferry was rammed. Always takes longer anyway. So, but on both sides we had mega delays, which unfortunately meant we played a bit less paintball, and Jim did a lot more.
Well, they've just broke up from the podcast. Oi! Are they back?
Hello.
The Gingers.
Right, so technical difficulties aside, we're back. Where were we? What were we talking about?
We're talking about Belgium. We were talking about Jim doing some driving.
Jim was loads of driving. We were chilling. We were passenger princessing in the van.
In the back, 3 seats at the front. Well, it's like this little table. You got the 3 seats there with the one TV. You best believe Love Island went on it at 9. Me, Charles, Spencer's shaking his head, right, but he loves a little bit of it. Don't let him lie to you. Louis loves it. Like, me and Charles ride it on our sleeves. You know what I mean? Like, we're don't mind what it's all good. But them guys that are shaking their heads are going. They like a little bit of Love Island.
I was not impressed by Love Island. I'll be honest.
No, you guys stick it on and it's there, so I will dabble in a browse, but there is no part of me that enjoys actually watching it. The greatest part about it
is calling cat
and look at some very pretty females. That's the greatest part.
100%.
There's a reason TC sat in the farm.
TC sat in the men.
So we went to Belgium. I think it was Big Ethan had been out before. We took him.
It was Alex's first time.
Yeah, so Alex and Aiden were out there for the first time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on the Saturday we caught some pretty heavy rain. So
pretty heavy might be a slight understatement.
We showed up to the field and it was with ankle deep, I'd say, at points.
There was a pool in the Utah, mate. There was a pool.
Dive into the America, mate. It was like swimming the Thames. We might as well have got. We didn't need the ferry, mate.
Yeah, there was no dive into the America anyway. Like you plan, you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go America now, mate. You're ending in the Canada, bro. Straight up.
Yeah.
It's like Luan got some fairy liquid on the fucking field and that just before.
We should play paintball and slip and slides at some point. That would be hilarious.
We just set up some slip and slides.
Little patches. Yeah. On that snake, that would be incredible because you could go from that snake 1 to that snake 3, like.
You set up a little. You set up a little wall, like like bobsledding and that. How they're like guiding trails.
Off the wall.
So you literally set up like a little curvature around the outside of the snake with a slip and slide. You just go the whole way to the ghetto.
I'm down. My other, my other big idea for training. Oh, it's literally just gone out of my head. Well, that's helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thanks for that.
Oh no, that's it. Like at airports, you have the little travelator things you stand on.
Yeah. But you walk a bit faster.
That would be fantastic. I just dive into the snake 1 and just.
You just lay there while it takes you down the snake.
Yeah, all the way to the
gate. I don't think Tom Cole's got that kind of funding, bro.
Well, I'll provide my own. We'll just
shit. Okay.
Sides and switch it round each point.
Like a little F1 pit stop.
Yeah, like
run out there, like point finishes. There's like a 2-minute turnaround. They just quickly run out there and try and flip into the field.
Yeah, like those little ski lifts you get. You just hold on and pull you along. So yeah, Saturday was good. I think it was everyone's first look at the field. So we just ran some breakouts. We ran some kind of
breakouts with breakout.
Yeah, early points.
So the premise was kill 2, wasn't it? So you did your breakout and played your point until one team got a G2.
Double Ricky on the break every point. And then, we just played points and matches kind of with breakout all weekend long. I think it was after that. I think it was super productive.
Yeah, 100%.
They're genuinely one of the best teams to train against out there.
I think the best part is it's a different look, right? Like European style of playing was always different. A thing that we struggle with here is that the UK style is very similar. So when we're here training against ourselves or we're training in-house, especially when we train in-house, it's the Mustangs although they had their own look at the field, a lot of the time they look to come to us on how to play the field. So it ends up being our own play against our own play. And then we're trying to figure out how to break it down, which can be productive, but then you don't get any other look and you don't really get tested on your own outlook of the field.
Yeah.
So when we go over to breakdown, we play these teams and we play teams like Breakout, do you know what I mean? Like a top 2 pro team. It gives such a better look and because it actually challenges and it raises questions of, this is how we wanted to play the field. But they've actually got a completely different outlook on how they're going to shut that down because the way they process the field is completely different.
Yeah. And like some of our initial instincts on how to play the field were completely different to theirs and made how we wanted to play the field as instinctually really tricky. So we had to kind of get comfortable either playing a slightly harder play because we thought it was better or change. So you're exactly right, Sven. They're a top 2 team in Europe, right? They're currently second in the NXL. So why not have the great chance of training? They're all super nice. The training's all super honest. We always feel very welcomed. You know, they look
family.
Yeah. So all in all, it was a really, really good training session. I think the other thing we get a really good handle on by going to a team of that quality is you can kind of figure out how you want to play the first 15 to 20 seconds against any team. Like but the thing that really makes the difference, I think, at the top level is how you connect and play off each other as a team in different situations. And that's something for me that was more important to practice. We could have gone there even if the layout wasn't out yet and had a really productive practice because we'd be working on that kind of stuff.
The mid-game stuff
is
great.
Mid-game, it really is the mid-game because the closing is pretty simple to break down at like a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2, but a 4-on-3 or like a 3 bodies on the snake side, 3 bodies on the Dorito side for them, and then each team has someone on an island. Like we had a bit of a half argument about one of those situations. I've been thinking about that, by the way. I think
we're still in the right. By the
way. I think you are, but I think
that's a rare a rare W, by the way.
Yeah. I still think that my point is kind of.
No, I understand your point. Yeah. I just completely.
I agree that the win came from that side of the field, but I also agree that. I also still believe that we could have been more aggressive on the other side of the field. Even if we didn't go and blow the game open, so we could have applied a bit more pressure.
Yeah. But the pressure wasn't needed to be applied. There was damage control going on while other people did the pressuring.
But I also think we needed to set up a few things on the snake side of the field to do exactly what we wanted to do. And now I've thought it through a bit.
But they had the bodies to do so.
That's what I'm saying. Now I've thought it through a bit though. I've got an idea of a way that we can do that consistently, which is what I like.
After that point, you should have gone and spoke to the snake side about how they should have closed it better.
I will be speaking to the snake side. Don't get me wrong. There will be conversations, and also as one of the snake side players, I will also be taking that learning.
I can tell you as well, I wasn't in the greatest mood. How I've just sat there for about 2.5 to 3 minutes, absolutely locking down the side of the field, getting ridiculous cramps, for them to come up, win the point, and then you go. Yeah, no, that wasn't good enough though.
I don't think I honestly, if anything,
it's all right, man.
I don't want you sat on your knees holding a zone for 3 minutes. I think that's boring. And when you go and have fun,
they were going nowhere near that dragon. If you try going anywhere past the dragon,
you still got your kit on, Spain. You still got your kit on, bro. That's what matters, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't have my kit on. You know,
No, exactly, bro.
I know, I've been there. I've done that. I've done the back.
To be honest, Spencer was I kind of like half told people that I wasn't going to play because my back hurt, and I hadn't told Spencer, and he was like, "Why aren't you playing?" I was like, "My back hurts," and you just went, "Yeah, fair enough." Yeah, I got some empathy with that one.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I mean, do you guys want to? You know, what were the big takeouts from you from Belgium?
Oh, we can't give too many spoilers.
No, but I mean, in terms of like, you know, you don't have to.
No, I'm gonna spend on that. You know, I can't give too many spoilers. For me, man, I like the field. I think it plays to our way. It plays to our kind of style. You know, and I think we're gonna do well. I think we're gonna win the next event quite straight to the point. You know, so I think we just have to keep building on that weekend that we just had. Keep implementing all these things that we did in the process from the last event, you know, to get that win. And yeah, just stay grounded, keep enjoying the fucking time that we spend with each other, like we did in the van, and you know, the whole weekend. And we just keep going on that journey, man. You know, and I'm adamant what's going to happen in France anyway. You know, we'll
back to back.
He's been learning
back to back, bro. Like, you already know what's happening, mate. You already know what's happening, right? And I don't mind, like, I'm not someone that like chats shit and can't back it up, right? Especially when it comes to paintball. I feel like I'm quite grounded and like can chat shit and like actually back it up, right? Finals, we're gonna play America, straightforward. Get that game done. Well, you best believe, right? If I find Marcelo at dinner as well, yeah, I am putting my medal on and going sitting next to him, bro. Mate, even if he's not in our restaurant, mate, I will find him. I will find him.
It wasn't even Marcelo that did that to us.
Yes, he did, bro. Yes, he did, bro. Because you said, "Oh yeah, yo, no one shake Marcelo's hand, yeah." And then he was like, "We went through the line, and everyone like was just it." And he was like, "Oh my god, I see how it is, yeah, I see how it is, man." And it was like, dude, that's so fucking rude, man.
Do you know what's crazy? Do you know what's crazy is that there's two things about that. So the story that goes to people, and you know, in fairness, if you're not English and you're not, you know, understanding of how English people interact with you, it is really disrespectful. However, basically, at this point, Marcelo was coaching us, and the biggest sign that a bunch of English people like you is that they're willing to take the piss out of you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's kind of like you're part of the group. You know, you can give us shit, we'll give you shit. Like that's just kind of how the English culture works.
There's actually like a study where like if like your close mates can like banter with you like back and forth like about even like sometimes serious stuff in a way and you still stay friends, like they're some of the closest friendships. At least I find in our culture. Yeah.
So tangent, they think the mechanism behind that in psychology is if I can take the mickey out of you and you don't just punch me in the face, which, you know, you're bigger than me.
Punch you in the spleen.
For me at least, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's an easy target. You know, challenge yourself. But if you don't punch me in the spleen, that's fair.
That's got me.
Should we clip that? Should we clip that?
For reference, he has a giant spleen.
I got the biggest. Honestly, I've got the biggest spleen you've ever seen.
I think you should hit up Guinness World Records.
I could actually.
I think you do that. I think we do.
Last time I got my spleen measured, it was by this absolutely gorgeous Australian nurse, and she was like, she's a doctor in training. We'll give her credit. We'll give her her credit. She's a doctor. And she measured it and went,
she went, cool, crikey. Look at the fucking size of this spleen.
No, she genuinely went. She measured it. So she did the top of it, which is up here, which is where the top of everyone's spleen is. And then she did the bottom of it and it just kept going further and further south. And then she was like, it's the biggest one I've ever seen.
No, you got to do the way she did
it. Crikey. biggest one I've ever seen. But yeah, anyway, we've done a tangent on the tangent. What I was going to say is if you can take the mickey out of someone and you don't like have a physical fight over it, it's a signal to other people that you're good friends, right? And it's a kind of bonding mechanism. But so what I said was, like we'd sung the national anthem, Marcelo was to the left, and it's totally out of character for me. And I wouldn't do this to any other professional that we have, like if we didn't have a close relationship with them. I say to Spence, who's on my right, I'm like, yo, tell the boys, no one shake Marcelo's hand. So we're all going down the line, and it's like good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck,
Yeah,
Brian.
good luck.
Greenspan. Good luck, Alex Frazier. Good luck, Colt Bobberts. Like, good luck. And it gets to Marcelo, and it's like, coach. And then like Skinny is like behind him. Good luck, Skinny. Good luck, Mike Bianca. And like Marcelo, by the end of the line, is frothing. Like he's living.
Oh, he's raging, bro. You see him burning in his eyes.
Which is well funny for us, right? And this is honest. And the fact that I also think the fact that we can have a giggle before World Championship final, like, helps calm our nerves as a team. Like it's already nerves, but it helps kind of set the tone, set the mood that we're kind of playing free. And then at the end of the game, he like comes over after our little team talk and goes, I know it was one of you disrespectful kids that made sure that no one shook hands. And like on our team, we have the adults, which is like me, Jim, Ethan Levy, and then we have the kids, which is like Spencer, Mace, Chava, like, the kids. And they're like, no, it was Greeny's idea. And I'm not part of this conversation. I just hear from them, Greeny! And I'm like, yo, and like, was it your idea? I was like, yeah, that's my idea. It's like, that's so disrespectful, bro. I was like, and then he was like, I got respect for you there. We did a jersey swap. So like, I don't know how that happened. So weird flex. Yeah. No, I just thought it was funny that it was my idea to do it. And then he was like, we should still do a jersey swap.
Didn't we use that jersey with on the last barbecue though? I swear we used it to get the barbecue.
We were out of kindling. No. When we stayed
that was it.
When we stayed at Big Ethan's, we'd run out.
Yeah.
And we needed something, and I was like, we might have some stuff in the bags, like normally we've got like blue roll or stuff like that for like lenses, and we found his jersey. Like, why not?
Is this true?
Yeah. Why not?
Sorry, Marsh.
It's not like he won anything meaningful in it. It's only a world championship.
No, to be fair, no, they got enough of those already as well.
Yeah, Mason, that was a good one. Marcelo's jersey remains unharmed. It's in a cupboard collecting some dust.
Allegedly.
But don't ask to anyone.
But no. Anyway, transition. Nations this year.
Yes, nations.
What?
Yeah. Excited. I'm excited.
An all green GB squad this year after taking top UK team, top ranked UK team in NXL Europe.
We won the mid-season championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So
it's like when the top teams go to Champions League.
Yeah,
we were the top team.
So we've spoken about it in certain places, but not everyone might know yet. Basically, the way the men's team was selected this year was rather than we've done nominations in the past, we've done sort of selection by a coach in the past, selection by committee. We've done 3 players from every team. We've tried everything except for this, which is
tried everything to please people.
Yeah. But I think we've tried everything but this, and I think that's shocking because this is the best idea
I think it's the fairest
they've had. Yeah.
Like
So the way it works is that basically whichever pro team is ranked highest after the second event, so the point at which you need to decide what your GB team is going to be, is the GB team, and they can make a call on if they want to bring in other players, if they need kind of Firm, for example, if it was them, they might want to bring in a snake player because they've been having success with Hugo, but he'd be playing for France, you'd assume. So it was kind of that team's GB team to run. And having won the last event, we are now the highest ranked UK pro team. And so Lucky 15s is Team GB. And we've elected to kind of roll with our squad because we're very confident in our team. And also the biggest thing we're learning, I think, is that teamwork is the biggest difference maker. Teamwork in the midpoint. Like
it's a big chemistry thing, right? Massive chemistry thing. If anyone's ever played Ultimate Team FIFA, as you
trust me.
You build your ultimate team, but you're right. So you're building your ultimate team, and you can have all these players, right? And a big factor of it is based on chemistry. You could have 11 players on that squad that are all absolute superstars, but if they've got no chemistry, they're going to play dead. Because
if they're orange and red lines, mate, it's not good.
I want the orange and red, mate.
You need green lines.
You need
green lines all the time.
Like 94 rated squad, yeah. But you need the linkage. You need 100 chem, mate.
And
you need the green links.
We have like a live example of this. For example, like when we did the year that we won was 7 or 8 Lucky 15s players. Alan Golding, who was playing for Ironman at the time, so and doing really well.
Breakout
as well.
in the
Yeah,
States.
yeah,
So,
Ironman and Breakout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. He was only playing with Breakout. He worked out. Yeah, I think
he had
Because
he had been playing with
I
Ironman,
thought
he played with Ironman.
but there wasn't the whole American tour at that time. Was that?
There wasn't. I swear, Breakout had someone at that time.
No, they did because
They had like Jesse, or they had.
Yeah, Jesse, bro. It was Jesse, bro. Yeah.
Anyway, Alan Golding, who had historically played for Ironman and was
Yes.
in Breakout, a couple of and Jason
Was,
I think it was Adam was.
and Jason
Yeah.
Gabe. We basically had a lucky 15s line plus Alan, and kind of a hodgepodge line. And I think the lucky 15s line
probably played predominant.
Won quite a lot of the points basically, and that's not to be biased. It's just the way it ended up being, and it's not to say anything about the other players on the squad because I was on the non-lucky 15s line. I was on the hodgepodge line
as well.
It was just a chemistry thing. Like we weren't playing off each other very well. So the chemistry thing is so underrated, I think, in Europe, and I think it's one of the reasons that maybe France doesn't do as well as they should because
I think it's a big reason why a lot of these top American pro teams don't do as good.
Maybe, yeah, but that's a different conversation.
I agree.
Fit chemistry. The men have chemistry and they have ability. But
why?
A couple other people over there.
Who?
Listen, if I speak, I'm in trouble. Okay,
that's right. None of them listen to our podcast, mate. Yeah, so we've elected to keep it just lucky 15s. The only thing that might change that is maybe injury, if there's any injuries in the next few weeks over sort of the training cycle, primarily for chemistry reasons. So it will be me and Jim doing the player coaching thing like we did at the last event for Luckies, and then the entire Lucky 15s first team will be playing for Team GB. So
you heard it here first.
Heard it here.
It is an all green GB,
and the jerseys are going to be green in honor. Genuinely,
we've done a mix-up of the Union Jack.
Yeah, you're not allowed to wear St George's Cross anymore, so it's just a St George's Cross.
No, that's kind of is it defamation or desecration? Like
I'd say desecration.
It's like plagiarism of the GB flag.
Yeah, defamation. Yeah,
I don't think
defamation is when you say something about someone. Desecration, desecrate something is to like destroy something.
Okay,
I think
so.
It's probably a dictionary.
Yeah.
It's one of them words. It's one of them words.
Yeah.
Thesaurus.
Yeah, the thesaurus.
It's got everything in it. What's in abbreviations? That's such a general term.
I couldn't even read that on its side. Oh. There's a lot of books in this room.
I look sideways. That's how I read that.
It's on the head. Those reels always get me.
Right.
So that's Team GB. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think GB is always a highlight. I think.
Yeah. I love GB.
GB's
I love that event.
Jules might come.
Jules might come.
Big up Jules.
Big up
Jules needs to invest.
Jules. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah. I love GB, man. 100%.
Yeah, I think this, for me at least, like, it's just a very validating part of the amount of time and effort that goes into paintball, because
100%.
When you say to, your mum or your grandfather or whatever, like, oh, I've got a paintball tournament, it's for my club team, we're going to go play in Europe. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I know you really love it. When you go, oh, I'm going to go play for the World Championships with Team GB, they're like, oh my God, how do I watch it? I'm so proud of you. And you're like,
yeah.
Probably about the same level, maybe small differences either way on versus the club team stuff. We take the club team stuff,
a bit
do
more
a lot more training for it, put a lot more time and effort into it. Like, there's only so much effort you can put to GB because it's one event a year, and it's like,
that's not to say that we don't take GB seriously. I take GB very seriously. I'm actually sick of the Americans winning. It actually absolutely peeves me. Not that any of them in my head, because they're not, but it's more a case of like, it does my head in.
You wouldn't have said that if there wasn't one or two in your head.
No, not bro, mate. I don't care who they bring, bro. Send the whole shit, mate. I don't care.
If there's any consolation, Marcelo's been trying to copy your headgear. So,
oi, tell him again. Tell him again.
Yeah.
I hate us because they hate us, mate.
Jim's old green
prayer cap.
The prayer cap, mate.
The Yanks love them, mate.
Bro, they got good juju, bro.
I tell you what, if we do
go
cup,
Jewish.
serious side hustle. That
Honestly,
mate, I'd love to do an AAO one, bro. I'd like to do like a
an
prayer camp.
AO one knitted all the cubes.
Bro,
Everywhere.
yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Jersey Clinic.
Yeah, man.
So no, if Jersey Clinic can't make it, we'll find a nan.
All I'm saying,
Yeah,
all
bro.
I'm saying
All we
is,
need
like,
is a crocheter, bro. If anyone crochets that's listening right now, DM us right now. We'll sort it out.
I'll tell you what, if you're listening to this and you know how to knit a prayer cap for us, hit us up, mate.
Mason, all I'm saying is that Catherine knits.
We don't talk about her.
So, I mean, he could have hooked us up.
We could have.
Hey,
Shoulda, woulda. She probably
shoulda,
too
woulda,
busy.
coulda. Exactly.
Definitely too busy.
Anyway.
Anyway. That's always for the Discord only.
But
Yeah.
Join the Discord.
Semi interesting. Well, I say semi interesting. It's still quite interesting. 2 weeks. CPPS round 4.
CPPS round 4. Don't get me gas, mate.
Mustangs looking to break records.
Yeah.
Mate, don't you worry, mate.
Records the back-to-back-to-back win at CPPS. We got 4 wins in it. We got first, second, first.
Did Nexus win 4 in a row?
They did 4, I think.
They did 4 in a row,
3 or 4-3. Yeah, and they got a second.
Has anyone ever done a sweep?
No one's done a
No one's done a full sweep. No one's done a full sweep.
No one has ever. I'm looking up the facts.
I think our closest year was 3 first, 2 seconds.
So
Nexus did 4
4
in a row. They lost round 1 and then to Tigers and then won everything. And then I think that's it. Yeah, we're getting the facts up in the background. Yeah, that's it. And then the rest of it.
The team in orange. Big up Thunder Ducks.
Never win a championship. Is it just no? They did 2015. Okay. Yeah. So Mustangs looking to equal the record set by legendary
set themselves up for a.
However, there is a few talking points with the Mustangs.
Did anyone hear that?
Oh, hey, we ain't talking about Ducks just yet. I wasn't about to come in with that, but unfortunately, our Australian man, Hunter, has gone back home.
Yeah,
Hunter, we do love you, man. We actually miss you, Hunter, bro.
He will be back. He will be back.
It's crazy that we reported him for almost ruining that overtime point. That's wild.
Yeah.
We reported him to ice.
Yeah. Luckily, we had Aiden Ball on the field. He just wins gunfights. That was pretty handy.
That's not what happened against Ducks, bro.
Yeah, well, Aiden's officially retired from the Mustangs now.
Is he officially retired?
Yeah. Out, and Big Ethan's going to keep playing.
Big Ethan's going to keep playing, mate.
So the Mustangs are going to be a little bit more thin on the ground. They're going to be down 2 players, maybe 3.
But it gives opportunity for the younger guys to come and step up and get some playing time and really have an event.
It's what they've been working for. You've
100%.
You've got Ethan Robinson.
Alex Elwood
has been getting his spins in the snake, to be fair, already. But Ethan Robinson and Kieran have been working hard behind the scenes as new pickups for the Mustangs to try and show that they belong, which I firmly believe that they do. It's just a case of getting the reps in, right? It took us a long time to kind of step up to the Lucky 15s level. And then you got Gray and Joe, who have kind of been on the team for a while and always kind of part of that wider supporting cast, which you have to win a tournament. So it's time this is the kind of sink or swing moment for people, right? If they want to prove that they should be on the starting line, getting the lion's share of the points, that this is the time. It's that simple.
Shout out to the newbie. Step up, bro.
Step up, Bav.
Step up, baby.
Yeah. Who's going to win out? I think we decided with a 1-on-1 tournament Sunday.
What? Sorry.
A 1-on-1 tournament. Give all the Mustangs.
You want to decide your starting line with a 1-on-1 tournament?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I'll back it.
What's that?
Everyone plays a 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And then you just, if there's, for example, if it's like semi-finals into the finals, whoever loses the semis play for 3rd and 4th, and you just get a ranking. We've done it before with the Mustangs. We got a full rank.
I'll leave the logistics up to you.
Don't worry. When it comes to maths,
Greeny's going to do the numbers.
I'll cheerlead. I'm good at that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you are beautiful enough for it.
Well.
Well.
He's ginger,
Not to brag.
Not to brag. Someone would do the 5-step skincare routine. crazy.
Oi, don't diss the skincare routine, yeah, right? Right, just go back to this Belgium trip, right? So obviously at the Breakout Arena, there's a real nice facility. Yeah, these men have got me on the reel.
You got a pipette out and was pipetting something out of a bottle.
Oh, you gotta get your vitamin C in, mate. Trust me. You gotta get your vitamin C and then your nice moisturizer.
Eat an orange, mate.
Do they not have fruit in the Midlands?
Just about. We do bananas. We do bananas and grapes. No oranges.
What about dates?
Nah, not many of them.
Raisins?
Not many.
Raisins. Nah, I hate raisins. Raisins are dirty, bro. Raisins are dirty, bro.
Yeah, I don't like raisins.
Nature's candy.
I don't like raisins.
You ever had cotton candy?
Nah.
Cotton candy grapes?
Candy grapes, yeah. Yeah, they're fire. They're fire.
Love
It's an Aldi special, actually.
Lidl's the best supermarket.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe. Loyal boy. I've got to get my club card points up.
It's Lidl, man. Lidl's the best supermarket about.
If you can find a Lidl around here, I'll go.
There's a Lidl 5 minutes from me in Croydon.
Yeah, that guy rests my case.
What do you mean? It's only like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, mate. I can Tesco whoosh.
I had some bloke at work deliver me paint today, tins of paint, and he arrived on a bicycle.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Like it was like a bicycle with like an extended front bit. Like
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like 8 tins of paint in this thing, bro.
Like little tricycles
just
with
literally just pulled up.
Mate, I bet that was a workout for the day, you know.
Yeah, I was like, you what, mate? Hello.
I could see Mason getting like a baby blue bike or like an olive green bike with like a pretty basket on it.
Nah.
Just see
it. Bro.
TC in the front.
He's just trying to make these lesbian jokes again, ain't he, mate?
Oh no!
I actually heard they based ET off TC.
Yeah, I heard this.
I've heard that.
No, you know, there's a really popular cartoon film,
Megamind.
That's
it.
Yeah, that's the one, mate.
They got a portrait of TC, and they said apparently as well the model there was actually a 3D scan of TC.
I thought TC was only 2D.
No. So they basically what they did was they put him in a green. They put him in like a green suit.
Yeah.
And had him like act out, and that's how they got the character.
Animated.
That's how they got the character model for Megamind.
That's
my fun fact.
Do you know what's crazy to me about that is that the special effects of some come so far because they actually managed to make his head smaller.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, they had to do that to fit it on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an IMAX film, to be fair.
we love you, T.
Getting fired, mate.
We never actually got to my Belgium takeaway, but my Belgium takeaway was that
I didn't even know one either.
Yeah, when this team is having fun, that is the best version of Lucky 15s, and I think honestly, vibes have been immaculate recently, absolutely immaculate. I think that covers quite a lot of ground. What we've done, GB, we've done
Belgium.
We've done Belgium. We've done CPPS with Mustangs.
Yes.
The one thing that we should touch on very quickly, quick fire round, and then we'll close off.
Quick fire.
Give me your first impression of the ESPN 3-on-3 and why, and we'll go around the circle.
Well, I'm genuinely honest.
Yeah, I'm genuinely honest. We don't hold back here.
I think it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I think it was too chaotic. There's a lot going on. I love it. It's great for the sport, right? It's great. There's eyes on the sport. It's what we need, but it was chaos. It was a lot of running and gunning with no discipline, and there's a lot of nothing.
It was very hard to keep track.
Yeah. And the turnaround, the commentators are trying to commentate on what's just happened, but it's happened so fast. They don't really know what's just gone down. And then before they can explain what point, the next point started. And as said, for the sport, great. There's attention, there's eyes on it. It's definitely right steps towards the future as a what's the word I'm thinking for?
A product.
Yes, as a product, not a fan. It's not for me. It's too hectic. It definitely needs to be refined.
Yeah,
100%.
Very quickly, if we're going to Mason, how would you refine it?
You see, I think my problem is, and you could argue, is that I have such a love for the game that we currently play that you could say that I'm a bit against change. But unfortunately, what I and a lot of people have grown up loving and appreciating about the sport that we have potentially might not fit into the demographic and the way they want to push it forward for viewership and optimizing that side.
But we shouldn't throw away the beautiful parts of the game for that.
That's my mindset. Is I personally, because I don't understand all of that side of things, I wouldn't know how to make it so, because I have an appreciation for the game we currently play, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I just would like to see our current product boosted in some way to make that more favorable for viewership and stuff. So even like with the things like with the pick-em you're working on and other things like that can just bring a different look and a different take into things and make it a bit more fun and exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's, for me, I'm very much biased with my love towards the current game we have. So
Mason, your quick fire review.
I mean, I'm on the same boat as Ben, really. Chaotic, I think, was the word that really summed it up. Just the break time, I think, obviously, don't get me wrong, I think it's brilliant the way that they have reached out and been able to get it on ESPN, and, you know, actually making that a milestone is something to obviously respect. But I just don't get why year on year out NXL wants to change a format. They want to do a format that just like changes everything. They want to try something new. Like, I think the biggest problem is that like we're not educating the outside world about our game. I'll agree that it's a very hard sport to watch, right? You look at most sports, and I say this to people, you've got one ball to look at. You know, look at football, tennis, or you just got to follow one thing. Obviously, you'll see a player move or whatnot, and it's easier to watch.
I really don't agree with that point. Esports, massive, so much.
Yeah. Well, but what I'm saying is okay. So just for a highlight, when we came back from Belgium, right, and we was all coming through fucking border control, and the guy goes, "Oh, what you been up to?" And he goes, "Oh, we're professional paintball players. We've been training this weekend out in Belgium." And he goes, "Professional paintball? I didn't even think that was a thing." It's the same thing. It's the same concept every single time. Like, that's all people say. Yeah. It's not about changing the game. It's not about changing the game. It's about going and educating society about what we do. That's what I feel like is the big part that's missing. I think it's great. I think the 3-on-3 concept's all right. I think it would have been a bit better if there was like 45-second break time. The amount of points I watched where like only 2 people got to the start gate because the team wanted to run a thing. Like, the reason Impact won was because they run 2 lines. They shot well, shooting that D side guy in the break, and
Tyler shot so many people on the break.
Yeah, that's why they won.
On the break.
But like, I think for me, I think the baseball field looked a little bit shit as well. I didn't like all the dirt and bit on there. I think it just looked a bit like half-assed. But like, I don't want to just shit on everything that like what Tom and like, you know, all the guys in the NXL organization are trying to grow, because at the end of the day, like, you know, they do everything for the sport, almost of what we can play at our tournaments. But I just never feel like we're going the right way about it. I feel like we've got the perfect concept. What they need to do in America is limit painting pro.
You know what's mad? I was just sat here thinking while you were talking, I was waiting patiently for you to finish, because I came up with my point finally about what I want to do to change it, to make it better. And it was reduce the paint, come to one unified like rule set of 4 pots, or I think M500 was a bit too extreme.
Yeah.
So I think
I'd say 5 or 6.
Yeah,
just so you got have a little bit leeway between the both leagues.
I think that would definitely. Well, yeah. While I was sat there thinking, I think that would be my takeaway on how to do it: is refine our game by becoming one unified rule set. Because I mean, typically, as you mentioned, other sports and stuff, you look at football. What's the unified rule set for football? Oh, okay. Well, here's one generic thing on how you play football, and that can be localized to absolutely everyone in the entire world. I think we need that.
The NBA basketball has different rules in different countries, and it's still, it's a massive sport.
So yeah, it's a great argument.
I don't disagree with you. I do think limited paint is a good idea. I just playing a bit of devil's advocate. I think also to Mason's point around,
I just think it makes it easier to track, and it makes 100%. It more exciting.
I actually thought Marcelo had some good points that he raised on Instagram. The neon shell was super easy to see as a viewer. I think that should be kept. I also think the limited paint was good. I actually do like the running clock happening all the time.
I don't know if I like that.
That's the only tweak that I would keep for TV.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I'd keep break. I'd make the break time longer. I wouldn't have it as 30 seconds.
I think a running clock with a higher game time would be better.
Or here's another idea. You don't switch after every point, right? So you can do 30 seconds. Because you don't have to like change ends
across all the field, yeah.
And behind each start gate is just pods ready to go and an air station. So if you want to make it a bit quicker, you could do it that way. And then at halftime, you switch sides and you always play from the same side. Like just ways to kind of limit that. You have to walk 40 meters back to the pits, get paint, hear the play, get cleaned down, get air, and then walk another 40 meters back onto the field. If you can make that sort of 10, 15 meters, then I think you can get away with the 30 seconds. And you let the coach almost sit on a ladder behind the field, like a tennis umpire's chair, so they can see everything if they want. You could do that kind of stuff. But I think I think I think what's happening is that TV executives are coming in and think they know how to fix paintball when they frankly don't, because we've got people in this sport who have been doing things by trial and error for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
The best space it's ever been in. I think there's, to your point, Mason, there's little tweaks that we can make that'll improve the game, like limited paint. I think the running clock is great if you're going to put it on TV, because then you can say it's going to take exactly this amount of time. And the American TV, it works really well because you can build in commercial breaks, right? So that's fine.
I think it's the place of the cameras as well, right? It's like we've just spoke about Pick'em as well. Like
it was really hard to track stats.
It is, and one of the hard
quality wasn't that great on the cameras.
The camera that messes it up most of the time, I feel like, was the rail cam, and like I know obviously viewers, if you enjoy that when you can see like someone in the snake side or what. Most of the time it is on the snake side in America, but for people when you're trying to sit there and do all the strats for all the players out there, it's not great because you just miss everything of all the views. I think our camera placement needs to be a little bit looked at a little bit.
Yeah.
And
when they did the stuff for Atlantic City, it was really good.
Yeah, the ones behind the start gate, perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, so my view was I kind of agree with everything you guys have said. I think it's great that it's on ESPN because, to your point, Mason, it's about building awareness. And that's how you do it, right? TV is.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
So if we've got to make some small concessions to get it on TV, fine. But I think going down from 5 to 3 is too big a step for me. I think 5-man, you can't have multiple layers of teamwork in 3-on-3. Not in the same way you can in 5-man, and probably not in the same way you can't. Like it's the same thing with 7-man to 5.